Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're the Northwest Piano Trio. If this is your first time seeing us, so happy you're here. If this is the 10th, 50th time, welcome back. We are celebrating the end of my time with the Northwest Piano Trio. And that is definitely a bittersweet change. So I wrote a few things in the program about how I structured it, but I am going to say a few things about why I chose a few specific pieces. This first piece that we opened with, the first movement of the Mendelssohn Trio, is, first of all, it's just amazing. But second of all, I chose it because it was on my very first program that I ever played with the Northwest Piano Trio, and I felt we should start at the beginning. Am I coming through the mic okay? Okay. This next piece is a movement that I found last year as we were celebrating the trio's 10-year anniversary, and it was part of my Getting to Know Me program. And I love chansons, which is kind of funny because I took Spanish. I never was attracted to any of the French foods, the French words, any of that, but the French music. They have a flair for the drama. And we love the chansons. We're so happy we found it. From there, we're going to go straight into our only new piece, the only piece for this program that we have never performed before. And that's a second movement of the Lalo. And if you are at all into classical music, and you're at all into specifically violin music, when I was thinking about the Mendelssohn and chansons, I thought, what does this remind me of? And if I think of violin repertoire, the Saint-Saëns violin concerto, the Mendelssohn violin concerto, these are all canon. These are all pieces you have to play. And I thought, well, what other piece do I have to play in violin? And it was Lalo Symphony Espagnole that made me look up, did Lalo ever write a piano trio? Turns out he wrote 3. We're just going to do the second movement today. And to round out the second movement section of this program, I'm actually pulling from a piece that Stephanie found for her program last year. And it's 2 movements of the Katz-Chernin Wild Swan Suite. And they are just so special. We really felt like they were written for us. So we had so much fun playing them that I had to bring them back for this program. So I hope you enjoy the first movement of the chansons, and then our second movement section, which includes the Lalo and the Katz-Chernin. So we've gotten to the third movement, which traditionally is a scherzo. And if there's one thing I know about the pianist sitting behind me, my dear friend Stephanie, it's that she hates a scherzo. And I really couldn't put a scherzo on this program as, my last gift to her. So scherzo, if you are unfamiliar with the word, does mean joke. So the joke of the scherzo is that it's not a scherzo. We're going to be playing two movements here two dances, I should say. One is Spanish, and it was featured on our spring concert. Would we call that spring? Whatever February was. It was featured on our spring concert, which was an all-Spanish program, which has been one of my dreams, one of my bucket list programs, to program an all-Spanish concert. And so I wanted to bring back something from that. We are still at odds about how quickly this piece should go, so we're all in for a surprise today. After that, we're going to be doing a Slavonic dance by Dvorak. And a lot of people will be more familiar with this in an orchestral setting, but we love this trio setting that Dvorak did. And this is one of the first pieces that I played with the trio as well. It wasn't on the first program with the Mendelssohn, but we've been playing this a long time, and there are moments in it that I remember the first time playing it were terrifying. And they're still a little terrifying, but a little less so. So I hope you will enjoy these two jokes.
Thank you. Uh-oh, Esther's looking for tissues. Oh, it's just for your violin. Thought maybe you were getting emotional.
I'm working here.
So before we play our last piece, we just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to Esther for her time with us in the trio. She joined us right as the pandemic was ramping up, and there is a slim chance that the trio would have survived without her joining us. We're so grateful for her flexibility during that time. She has brought her incredible programming skills to the trio. She has introduced us to so many new works with her time, and we're so grateful for that. She has personally, for me, changed the way that I make chamber music with other string players in the best way. And she also is directly responsible for this wonderful pianist that you see sitting here. Esther and Stephanie met by chance, and Esther recruited her into this group, so we are also forever strengthened and grateful to Esther for that. We wish you all the best in whatever you choose to do musically, and we hope this isn't the last time that we see you. And I know that she will miss coming here and that you will all miss having her here. So we just wanted to take a second to give her a round of applause for her time here. So as you guys know, Esther did program this last concert, and it's sort of a bunch of her favorites for sure, and things that she has introduced Stephanie and I to. And she had two requests for us for this concert. The first was that musical request, which is that we lean into the quiet moments, which is always a wonderful thing to think about musically. And the second was that I wear shoes for the concert, which I did. So this final piece that we're going to play for you is the third movement of Elfriede André's piano trio. She's an amazing composer. Please look her up if you don't know her, and we hope you enjoy the final movement from her piano trio.
You knew there'd be more, because I hadn't spoken yet, right? We are the Northwest Piano Trio for another 2 weeks. This is Esther Shim, our violinist. Hannah Hillebrand, our founding cellist. And I am Stephanie Smith, and I play the piano. But I would like to introduce the most important person on the stage, and that is my page turner, Benjamin Kugel. Without him, no really. And this is his first time turning pages in a concert. He's my piano student in Portland, and I said, I need a page turner. Are you interested? And he went, that sounds interesting. Let me learn. And I said, it's got to be somebody that can really follow and also who has chill energy, right? And he fits the bill. So it was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. So we are a nonprofit. We are donation-based, and so thank you so much in advance for your generosity. Any cash that you leave or anything that comes through our Venmo account or online encourages us and allows us to do things like, drive here, gasoline, and also commission works and pay for venues and things like that. Speaking of which, I really want to acknowledge the Cannon Beach Community Church community for offering these concerts free of charge to the artist. This absolutely spectacular piano. This is part of the Steinway series, and to have this instrument and to make it available to artists in the community is really quite something and generous. So thank you very much to Cannon Beach Community Church. And shout out to Janae in the back of the room who is running the live stream and sound. And so we have been asked if the Northwest Piano Trio is continuing and who our new violinist is. The Northwest Piano Trio will continue, and we're not thinking yet about the new violinist. We still have Esther, and we are going to just celebrate her and then start doing some reading sessions with people. And so we will be back, and when we have something to announce, we will let you know. But right now, we are just sitting in the gratitude and the love of having Esther here with us. After this concert, there is a reception in the back, so if you would please join us. There is dairy-free punch. Thank you so much. And I am gluten intolerant, so everything back there is gluten-free. So I can eat everything, and so can you. For the encore, we had to have one more, and there is a piece that is special to us as a trio. The first piece that you heard played, I heard somebody go, wow, it's the Mendelssohn. We just call it the Mendelssohn. He is epic, right? It's like movie music. Every time I play it, I just go, yeah! It's just fantastic. The second movement is otherworldly. It is quite possibly the most beautiful thing I have ever encountered, and it's a special piece for us. And so when we were talking about how we wanted to leave this, it had to be the second movement of the Mendelssohn. So thank you, Esther. I can't wait to play this now. Well, and if we all just kind of lose it, that's what happened. And we all thank you so much for coming, and we do hope that you will join us for the reception afterwards. Thank you so much.